Oh. Oi. Yes, I have something crazy. A Diablo 4 build guide of sorts. So, when I saw this, first of all, when I saw this talent twig, I thought, you know, you can't really make a build. You know, it's like, okay, choice of A or B for everything, you know, it's just very simple and me. But, I got an item. Okay, that's not the item. I got an item. This item right here. And then the little dusty cogs in my brain started, like, spinning, and I was like, wait a minute. And I created a build. Well, now it's a very legendary affix, dependent build. Like, I have this, and like this, like these big upgrades, but I can't really use them, particularly like these legs, and, you know, unless I was able to get this stuff to, what's it called? Imprint onto these items, but... So basically, what I do, I mean, let me get... Not over here, okay. I'm gonna do that dungeon, but, so... I do, you know, leaps, which do the earthquake, right? Now, this is on my legs. It would be better on this two-handed weapon right here instead, because then it would be twice as much damage. It also kind of low rolled. But yeah, if you have these damage things on a two-handed weapon, it's 100% more damage. On an amulet, 50% more damage. So you know, it's not ideal. But basically, I have Call the Ancients because it's really good. You know, I guess, I don't know. I mean, you need an ultimate ability, and there's only 3. I tried all 3, they're fine, I guess, but like, whatever, I like this one the most. It has a shorter cooldown. You leap, and then kick. I have the, I mean, I guess you can just see it right here. I have the thing where it consumes all my fury. And then a huge part of this build is, this. Enemies damaged by kick or charge will explode if they are killed within 2 seconds. Dealing like 1 trillion damage to all surrounding enemies, right? So that's like a huge part of this build. And then ground stomp because of kick or ground stomp resets leap. And then I have this thing which reduces the cooldown of your ultimate skill by 1 second. I'll stand over here where there isn't like loud music or whatever. Reduces the cooldown of my ultimate skill by 1 second for each enemy damage, so it's like I have this thing, it's a huge damage. I do all this stuff, I like chunk, I do a lot of damage. There's a little downtime, and so I'm using Lunging Strike as the generator basic ability, whatever. Just so I have something to use, I guess, like, because there is some downtime. And I'm hoping that cooldown reduction will be a thing. Let me just see real quick if it's in here. Utility. Okay, it is a thing. Okay, so cooldown reduction is a thing. This build later on, like endgame or whatever, if it's viable, it'll definitely need some cooldown reduction. Like, that would make a huge difference. So looking at the stuff again, what I have, this is just giving me some armor when things take damage, and that applies with thorns too. I have a little bit of thorns. Bleeding enemies nearby, damage reduction, you know, same deal. I have some bleeds, and my thorns will do bleed, so it's just free damage reduction. 35% chance to stun with bleeds, and that synergizes really well with this thing. Distant enemies, whatever, you know, they can get stunned, whatever, that doesn't matter. But the main thing is you deal a bunch of increased damage to stunned enemies, right? This is the, like, earthquake thing. That thing I already went over. That thing I went over. Damaging enemies with leap, upheaval, or whirlwind has a chance to summon an ancient. It's maybe not necessary for this build, but it's nice. It was better with like whirlwind. It was really good with whirlwind. But it does work with leap, and leap's a part of this build, so sure. Basic attack speed increase, you know, that's pretty good for when I'm using that basic attack. This thing, just because why not? I don't know, it's really good. You know, it has good stats on it. This ring's really low level. It's my worst item, but it's just useful. The thorns damage, you can do all AoE, like, it's nice. My thorns actually is really low now. It was like 400 something earlier, and now it's 170 because I've kind of specced out of thorns a bit. That's just an okay ring. And then, yeah, I already went over that. And looking at the talent twig, we have, I mean, it's just whatever you feel like, really. I put 3 into this, the core skills, do the vulnerable thing, just because it's like I needed points to progress, and I wasn't using any of these, so, you know, I was like, okay. Later on, when you have more talent points, it won't be as, like, tough to do this. Like, I could actually, like, max out the things I'm using. But yeah, there's ground stomp, right? Iron skin, just because why not? There's that, the thorns bleed thing, which is just, you know, really good. There's the kick, which is a huge damage thing, so, you know, it's good. Leap, and really, I think kick having a shorter cooldown is the most important thing for this. Leap, you know, leap's fine, whatever. Honestly, maybe this mighty leap would be better, like slowing enemies. You know, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Option A or B, you know, I mean, either of them are fine, I guess. And then Call of the Ancients, Wrath of the Berserker I used, and that was okay. I don't know, but whatever, this is just the most simple thing that does a lot of damage, you know, it is what it is, we're level 25. So we're gonna go into this dungeon. I've never... Okay, for a second I thought I couldn't go in. Go into this dungeon I've never been in. And I'll show you how it works. So basically, I do a lot of damage, a lot of single target damage, but then AoE. The earthquake doesn't do that much damage because again it's a low roll and it's not on a weapon. But here's basically like how it goes, right? So I'm going in. There'll be some mobs at some point. Let me see how much. I don't have that much space. So, you know, I can go in, like, leap. I'll do the Call of the Ancients, why not? And then, like, you know, reset the leap. It's so loud. Oh shit, there's like a guy here. So check this out. It's like I do that. Do that. I could have probably one-shot that guy if I actually built up my resource a little bit more. But this is where there's a little downtime. You see, like, I don't have, like, kick up. So it's like, you know, I'm just kind of doing the basic attack. So yeah, you go in here. Well, like, that's that explosion right there, right? That's the kick explosion. All that damage I did to those people. So it, like, works really well. Like, here's a guy, I'll summon the Ancients. Do that, do another earthquake, press this button, and this mob's just dying, you know? I just wasted an leap, you know, but it is what it is. And then you get in really fast. That's the AoE explosion. Like, you see, it actually works really well. I thought you couldn't really make a build. I thought it was just like, you know, use the abilities that do damage that you like, but like, it works, you know, it's an effective build. You know, and if my earthquake thing was better, this is so loud, you know, so that's why I'm like shouting.
Not ready.
If my earthquake or whatever was better damage, that would be nice. Because honestly, it's a leapquake build, but like that's not even like the main damage is from kick. Lethal shit. Ah, fuck. Okay, this will be tough. It's a yeah, I'll just use this. Make sure I'm killing the correct mobs and not these other mobs. I don't really like these time things because they don't spawn the mobs out fast enough. You see that AoE pretty good. There's that bonus leap thing from the guy. It does not do a, it does not put another earthquake out, which I feel like it should. There's that. Okay. And I do like this basic ability. It helps me get in really fast. Oh, fuck. Okay, nice. Okay, summoning the Ancients again. Alright, I got that cooldown lower. Okay, there's that guy. Okay, all I have to do is kill those. Did I do it? Did I do good? Was that 5 out of 5? Like I don't know. Those are tough though. We'll go ahead and grab that. Yeah, there's that explosion from the kick.
I must wait.
There's like a second earthquake. Cause I was thinking this earlier. I'm like, oh man, this could almost be good if like look at this. Look at that. Just half his health, he's dead. Just like that, you know? That's like the explosion plus like those guys or whatever. Like look, just kill them. Cause like, you get the explosion if you kill them with the kick or charge. But what's it called? With the full rage or whatever, the full fury to boost the damage, it's like it'll actually like one shot. Oh shit, I fucked up. I used the other ability the wrong way. You can mess up like that. Like I should have cycled an earthquake in. Oh jeez. So that's why I had to just auto attack that guy to death. Wait, let me get that skull actually. I mean, like, look at that. It feels, like, good. Like, I don't know. I'm holding... Okay, I'll use the Ancients here. There's, like, a second pack. Got some pants. Oop. Okay, hopefully this isn't too loud. It's really loud on my end. Let me just make sure my sound's, like... It's set to, okay, I think everything's correct, hopefully. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is, like, you just can't hear anything in this, so, wait, where am I going? What am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm done. Take a look at those pants after this. So we're gonna go in here. And it has the leap, which you can use for, traveling, right? You can get around faster. I'm gonna save it just for, like, combat. There's like one guy or whatever. Get a second one of those earthquake things out, right? You know, get that nice explosion. You know, I mean that just does that's like the big damage is the kick. So again, like if I could get the cooldown on that, like lower. Alright, what do we have in here? It's like this guy. Was that a shrine? Might as well click that. And they're vulnerable when I do the kick too. Oh shit, a second elite or whatever.
Not ready yet.
Look at that. Yes. Alright. Oh, there's just... What is this? Return ancient statues. And it is interesting. Core skills seem to be pretty strong, right? Or basic skills, I mean. Because I was thinking, everyone's just gonna have to have a generator and like... Look at that. There's like a elite over here. Just like spamming the leaps. Ah, shit. Okay, let's just grab that. Okay. Oh, look out. Kingmaker. Look at that, boom. Like, I stun a lot, too. Like, I'm stunning with my bleeds, I'm stunning... Get that guy, like, just knocking him back, like, constantly staggering them. Oh my god, my inventory's full. Okay, let me just real quick. Let's see what is that? Okay, that's some stupid shit. Okay, let me go ahead and just get rid of some of these things. I don't even know why I'm bothering. It's like a beta or whatever. Wait, was that kind of good? Nah. All right. This stuff closes down like pretty soon, but you know we have to do it. We have to get all the stuff. All right. I mean, the thing's called Kingmaker. I don't know where it went. Is that it? Whoa. Okay, let's just drop some of these. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll pop this thing. That's like 3 earthquakes right there. Get that thing. I like that you don't get, like, cancelled out of...
Not ready yet.
Okay, I thought I did 2 kicks by accident. I like that you don't get cancelled out when you're, like, clicking on something like that. Like that item.
Not ready yet.
Like they're just constantly stunned. I'm just gonna leave that. I think it's a bow. So yeah, the single target's decent. Look at that, just one-shot them. Let's go ahead and kill the boss or whatever. 2 inventory slots, so that should be good. Woo! And I mean, there might be some uniques too that are really good. Annika. Whoa. Okay, gonna save the ancients or whatever. Like, just going around all over the place, you know? What's this ability called again? Lunging strike. I guess a good ability, you know? Really gets you in there. So here's a boss. You know, we're just gonna kill him real quick, you know, press like this now. Oh, he's dead, okay. Alright, sweet. There it is, you know. So it's effective, it works, it's interesting. There's a little downtime, but because, like, at least right now, basic abilities do a good amount of damage, it's fine, you know? It's like, you know, just sometimes you have to hit them with this, you know? And I think this is the best ability to choose because it does, like, a lot of damage on its own. So, like, if you happen to not kill someone with a kick, maybe they're really low and then this might kill them or something, right? And then they'll blow up. But, yeah, it's very dependent on having these effects, though. Like, yeah, like, ideally this earthquake would be on that, do more damage, right? Max roll, it would be doing, like, 600 damage over 4 seconds, which is pretty good at this level, right? So yeah, that's where does this take me? That takes me to like Kovu Shode or whatever. Let's just go out to like Malak or whatever. I mean, my inventory is actually full. That's pretty much that though, you know? It's pretty good. It's a solid build. With cooldown reduction, it could be like crazy, like I don't know how cooldown reduction will work if it's just, I mean, it looks like it's just on all things if it's just listed here. Yeah, all active skills, so if you get that to like, I don't know, 20, 30, something, I don't know, whatever. If you get it to a point where you're able to more consistently land kicks, and I mean the cooldown goes down when you get higher ranks for kick. So, for example, I don't think I have anything on me, but I do... Okay, so check this out. If I, so this is a 12.98. Now it's a little less, 12.34, right? So, you know, if you get a lot of ranks for kick, that's the most important one. That'll get the cooldown lower, and if that gets low enough, like the AoE explosion, like that does AoE, it's good. It's strong. So, yeah, there it is. That was a pretty good showcase, I guess. A little 20-minute thing. That's my my Diablo 4 leapquake. You know, it's less about the earthquakes though, and it's honestly it's much more about the kick explosion. But you know, we're gonna call it leapquake because there's a lot of leaping involved. Like you're leap, 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 leap. Like, you know, constantly resetting it. So it's like leap, reset, leap, reset, leap, reset, leap, reset. You can get like 4 leaps, just going like, you know, you leap, right? And let's say you're just full fury. You do a kick. Leap again. Let's assume you did call the ancients, whether you did or not, you know, whatever. Do another ground stomp, leap. Do another kick when you're like full fury, leap, right? Like it's I mean, it's interesting. And I mean, this is just level 25 with this little itty bitty like foot in the door for the talent twig here. I mean, it wouldn't change really, even if I was level like 50 or whatever. I would just simply have like more points in the abilities I'm using, right? We'll see what happens later, right? Like Paragon levels or whatever that's gonna be, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's the only build I've really made that's like a build, you know what I mean? Like it's not just abilities, it's a build. So it's possible to make builds, and hopefully other people make builds, and you know, I mean, this game's looking alright. You know, it's looking better than I thought. So, yeah, but goodbye.